Welcome back to another game of South Alabama football. The Jaguars are back at home to take on the Herd. They had a insane game last week against Arkansas State where David Downs had to come in after Samuel Mateo went down and won the game with the field goal in the final seconds of the game. They're taking on another tough opponent in Marshall today. Let's see if the Jaguars can pull through. And here is the kickoff. They will be getting the ball first. And if you don't know, which you probably don't, Samuel Mateo is starting today. He will be starting. Coach Walker decided this. David Downs did win the game. He had 3 turnovers, however. And Samuel Mateo is just more matured at this point in the game. He controls the offense better, so he's going to give him a chance. I might have spoken too soon because he just missed a pass. But Samuel Mateo is the way to go, whether anyone likes it or not. And he completes it to West Saxon for the first down. 2 games Samuel Mateo went down due to injury against ULM and against Arkansas State. And thank God David Downs got the job done both times. He has proven himself, but he just hasn't gotten the starting position back. Here's Mateo pitching it off to Kendall Houston, who has no doubt proved himself as the starting running back for his team. He's been playing great. And here is Denham, who also has been playing great. 2 stud running backs after Jay Jones went down for the remainder of this season. And here's Samuel Mateo, picks up the first. No, he does not pick up the first down. Comes within inches. Should be able to get this one. Hands it off to Houston, right up the middle. Gets 5 yards. And this is going to be a tough stretch in the next few weeks. They had Arkansas State, who had a winning record, and Marshall 6-2. They have a winning record. And next week they're going to play ULL, the Raging Cajuns. Nearly throws a pick there, forcing the pass. Samuel Mateo, his arm a little rusty. The run game has been working for them so far on this drive, and here he is again. Gets it off and intercepted again, almost intercepted again, deflected by Keith Baxter. They're going to have to settle for the 3-point attempt, and they get it. They're on the board first, and now they will be kicking it off to Marshall. Let's see what the Herd have in store for the Jaguars. The defense has been terrible, and I might be putting that lightly. They've been getting torched, especially our cornerbacks, all season. And let's see what they do here. He's going to hand it off to the running back. Grooms tackled for loss. 2nd and 11. Another team with the hurry-up offense. The up-tempo. Here's Cato. And he completes the pass. Tackled immediately. No gain after the catch. 3rd and 6. Still in their own territory. They have a way to go, and he completes it for the first down to Woodrum. 2nd and 10, jumping forward a little bit. Good protection, and that I have been saying that Arier fights forward for the first down. I'm not even going to attempt to say his last name. Maybe I will. And I was saying, it's a phrase I've been repeating all season. Jaguars defensive line just can't put any pressure on the quarterback. They've been getting great protection all season long. Any quarterback we've been going up against, especially last week when Hogan just had all the time in the world to light us up, and he does pick up the first down. Napfel? Gotta see his name again. 1st and 10. Here we go. Cato completes another pass, and they're within 1 yard. 2nd and 1. They're into the red zone now. Cato's going to keep it for himself, and he gets tripped up from behind. And jumping forward, 3rd and 9. Let's see if they can convert this one. Let's see if the Jaguars defense can make a stand. Cato, plenty of time to throw, and deflected by Harris. 4th and 9. They will have the 3-point attempt as well. And it is good, and the game is tied. So far, not a very exciting first quarter. Jaguars usually do have a slow start. There's Samuel Mateo, the 8-yard and he's got to be careful running the ball. That's what's been causing his injuries. And Houston picks up the first down, 6 yards. He's very quick on his feet. Very elusive. He's going to pitch it off to Houston, and he's hit hard and he fumbles. And Tyndall picks it up. Mateo's last line of defense. He dives, but he misses, and they're going to run it in for a touchdown. And they are up on the Jaguars. One-score game here, and they are up 7 points. And here are the Jaguars with the second chance. Kendall Houston not in the game at the moment. Samuel Mateo gets great blocking. Picks up 7 yards. Houston is in the game. Got a little worried he might have been injured there. And he completes the pass to Glover, who jukes out a defender. He's still running. That's a huge gain into Marshall territory. Walker has been right about Glover all along. He's been playing great football this season. Some might say he should be where Thunderbunk is, but we'll keep Glover where he is. He's more effective that way in the slot. And here is Houston cutting outside with a big gain, 87 yards rushing so far today. We're about to end the first quarter. This could be the last play. Samuel Mateo keeps it, and he jukes out a defender, picks up the first down. And that's going to end the first quarter of the game. Marshall ahead, 7 points. It's a one-score game, and we've seen the Jaguars in this position most of the season. They're just down early, but they find a way to come through and keep it close. Always, they are just so relentless. You can say what you want about them, but they are very relentless. And Kendall Houston picks up 10 yards. Looked like he was going to run it in for a touchdown. Mateo hands it off to Desmond Jones, the fullback, trips in the end zone for a touchdown. And just like that, the Jaguars are in position to tie this game. And add that to the rushing touchdowns they have for the season so far. Noah Walker's offense has been great, one of the best in the league. Eyes are definitely on Noah Walker. He has put the country on notice. Here's Kiddo. Completes. Oh no, he does not complete the pass. Falls right out to defender's hands. 3rd and 8. Let's see if the Jaguars defense can get a stop here. His good protection or not. He was sacked for 7 yards. Hakeem Lewis, first sack of the game for him, and the Jaguars now have an opportunity to take the lead. Mateo completes the pass to Jeremy Jones, 16 yards, 1st and 10. And here it is, it's a screen pass. Mateo is holding on to the ball and he gets rid of it right before he's hit. Not sure why he didn't go and run with it. He's going to hand it off to Houston. Jukes a defender. He's still running. Defender comes back around and catches him after 10 yards. 1st and 10. They are getting into red zone territory. Mateo rolls out to the right. Is he going to get rid of it? No, he does not. He's brought down for 11-yard sack. And that is Myers pushing them way back, definitely out of field goal range. 2nd and 21. That's a lot of yards to make up. And he throws it to Thunderbunk. Dangerous throw, but of course, Thunderbunk. Difficult pass equals a catch. And here's Mateo. And he throws an interception. Hunter picks him off. And that's 2 turnovers for the Jaguars today. Everyone was covered. That's great defense there by Marshall. But Marshall is now in a tough position. Inside the 10, he hands it off to the running back. Picks up a couple yards. Kevin Grooms. And we are almost halfway through the second quarter. He's going to hand it off to Grooms again. Tackled for loss. A big loss there. 3rd and 12. And he's in his own end zone. Throws it down the field. And he does not complete the pass. They should have went for the challenge, but they did not. And here is the punt. He's still not down, and he's finally brought down after 17 yards. Kendall Houston, a great running back for the Jaguars. Also a very good returner, as we've seen throughout the season. He's going to hand it off to Houston. There is definitely a face mask there. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Face mask. Defense.
And that's going to move him closer right into the red zone. Let's see if the Jaguars can make the most of this drive. Here's Mateo. He's still running. Pitches it off to Houston. Trucks the defender. Picks up 8 yards. Defender went down hard. Here's Jeremy Jones in motion. Mateo drops back. Good protection. And he connects with Wes Saxon for the touchdown. 11 yards. The Jaguars take the lead. Samuel Mateo's first touchdown today. 5 of 10, 50% passing, and he breaks the school passing touchdown record. Ross Matheni's 19, Samuel Mateo 20. He would have more had he played those 2 games against ULM and Arkansas State, but it is what it is. 20 touchdowns for Samuel Mateo. And here is Cato. And the receiver drops the ball. He heard the footsteps. Defense is doing great so far. Only 10 points allowed. And Cato still running. 2 defenders dive. They completely missed. But he picks up 2 yards there. 3rd and 4. Good protection. But they're bringing the heat. And here's Cato. He's going to keep it. Defender just looking at him. He's running. He's into Jaguars territory. Brought down around the 34-yard line. That's a nice run by Cato there. They want to put up some points. And it's a screen pass. And 2, maybe 3 opportunities to pick them off. No hands on these corners. They dropped the opportunity. Another chance to pick it off, and they don't. That was thrown right to them. 3rd and 10, 2 straight downs. Missed opportunities for turnovers. And here is Cato completing the pass, but the receiver down. Jazz Kings just short. 4th and 2. Let's see what Marshall does. They will be going for it. Approaching the 2-minute mark here. He's going to hand it off to the fullback, and he picks up the first down. 1st and 10. Here's Cato handing it off to Grooms. There is a flag on the play. Holding. And that's going to push them back a little bit. 1st and 19. A little difficult for the Herd. And jumping ahead to 3rd down. 1 minute 36 seconds. And they run it instead. Not sure why. Yes, to get closer to field goal range. 4th and 14, and they kick it for 3. They get it. It is a 4-point game. 50 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. It's a close game and a good game so far. Mateo, before he's hit, and he finds Jeremy Jones for 15 yards. What a throw, what a catch. 44 seconds, Mateo throws it down the field, nearly intercepted. Pierce with his 2nd deflection of the game. Normally don't count deflections, but his 2nd for today, breaking up the passes. And he completely off target. Luckily, the defender just batted it down. His back was turned. 3rd and 10. Here's Mateo, and he finds Sherrer Smith for 15 yards to number 15. 1st and 10, 33 seconds. We know that's plenty of time for Samuel Mateo. Plenty of time to throw, and Thunderbunk comes down with it. My theory is true. The more difficult you make it for Thunderbunk to catch, the better he does. Here's Mateo, and he throws an interception to McKelvey. And he had a drive going, and that's the 2nd pick of today. Mateo struggling, 50% completion, 2 turnovers, and that will end the drive and the first half of this game. It's a 4-point game, 17-3, 2 good teams competing. It is a non-conference game, but each team has something to prove. Mateo is struggling, as we can see. And in these situations, you got the fans wondering, do we put in David Downs? Do we not put in David Downs? What do they do? Both quarterbacks have proved that they can play, but Mateo has played more this season, so most likely Coach Walker will keep him in. And Thunderbunk, our favorite wide receiver, coming through so far today, though. And here is passing yards, rushing yards. I mean, South Alabama is completely outdoing Marshall, but the turnovers are hurting them. They got to turn that around, and here we are kicking off the second half of the game. Marshall gets it first. And here's the return man. He's still running. No one's got him yet. He's still running at the 50, and here he is turning on the jets. No one's going to catch him. He's too fast. Running it into the end zone. Remy Watson, 102 yards. And they have the lead. I believe he broke a record. Yes, he did. 101 yards. He broke Marshall's 99, who also returned it against South Alabama. Special teams isn't doing so hot either, I guess. 20-17, it's a 3-point game. South Alabama's offense got to get something going here. Kendall Houston, just a couple yards there. And he's going to hand it off to Houston again. And he's hard to bring down, but he is brought down after a 7-yard gain. 30-1, they should be able to get this. And Houston cuts the other way, tries to juke out a defender. 138 yards rushing. I mean, they are dominating on the ground. They just got to keep at it. And here's Kendall Houston again. And the blocker completely misses to block the right people. And that's only a gain of 6. Cristobal is in the game. Breaks a tackle. My boy is still running. He picks up 8 yards. Both running backs, I mean, they're fun to watch. Here's Denham again cutting the other way. Picks up 3 yards. The fans gotta be pleased with Denham's performance so far this season, filling in as a second back. And there is a flag on Kendall Houston. Once again, this defense is scared of Kendall Houston. They just grab the face mask. That's gonna put them on the 25-yard line. Let's see if Samuel Mateo cannot turn the ball over. Let's see if he can hold on to it. He gets nice blocking. He's still running. Is he going to run it in for a touchdown? And he's tripped up from behind. 20-yard rush. You know, he's just wanting to get that one back and get the touchdown. Here's Kendall Houston. 2-yard gain. Oh, man, with Samuel Mateo so close. And here is Denham running it in for a touchdown. Kendall Houston doing the hard work, and Cristobal Denham punching it out near the end to get them to score, and they're up 24-20. It is back to a 4-point game, and Caro's going to keep it, and he fumbles. South Alabama's going to pick it up. Defender trips, and he's brought down. This first turnover from Marshall, and that is a game changer, potentially. I mean, they're right there, just 12 yards from the end zone. Here's Samuel Mateo. Runs out to the right. Don't get sacked. He throws it away. Plays it safe. The heat was coming after him. Here's Samuel Mateo again. Under center this time. And he finds Glover for 8 yards. 3rd and 2. In the shotgun, you got Kendall Houston, and they go after Kendall Houston. Samuel Mateo keeps it for himself, and there is his touchdown. 3-yard touchdown for Samuel Mateo, and they make this an 11-point game with the kick, 31-20. Marshall has the ball back. The game is not completely out of their control yet, but they got to be smarter. Completes the pass to McManus, runs out of bounds. 2nd and 5. We are more than halfway through the 3rd quarter. It's an exciting game so far, and they catch Schuler. No gain. Terrell Brigham, 5 tackles so far today. 3rd and 5. Plenty of time to throw. Great protection. Throws it down the field, and he catches it, but he is out of bounds. It was deflected. South Alabama dropped another potential pick, and here is Kendall Houston. He's still running. He is still running. They haven't caught him yet. Runs into his own player. 35-yard return into Marshall territory. Kendall Houston is a great returner, and here he is now at running back, side by side with Samuel Mateo. Mateo's going to keep it for himself, and he's hit hard after a 7-yard gain, and he gets up like a champ. 53 rushing yards today. Let's take another look at that. He thought he was going to lose a defender, and boom! Let him up. Someone is hurt though. Kendall Houston. But they have reliable back in Cristobal. Houston should be back. Hopefully nothing bad. And here's Jeremy Jones. He's completed the pass over 2 defenders. Double coverage. Jeremy Jones got away and he scores. For the South Alabama Jaguars, Samuel Mateo 2 touchdowns, and he breaks the school record for passing touchdowns in a career. It's 21. And they're up 17 points, and now 18 points. They are starting to open this game up now. Defense having a great game, 110 yards allowed, averaging 3 from Marshall. And he's going to hand it off to Goose, who runs into a defender, only picks up a couple yards. 2nd and 8, they still got a good amount of field to go through. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. You know they want to score quickly as they can, and hand it off to the running back on the delay that didn't get him much. 3rd and 6. The pass rush isn't so great, but the run defense is good, and the receiver came down with that. Jazz King, what a name. 1st and 10, and completes a screen pass, but he's tackled immediately. Jazz King, no gain. 2nd and 10. Defense is playing great so far. Hopefully I don't jinx that. Runs into 2 defenders. Boom's having a tough time. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Kendall Houston is out for the game. Cristobal will be taking over, and so will Blanchard, the 4th string running back, and Marshall with a big game. But there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul.
Clipping.
Offense.
Marshall is just shooting themselves in the foot at this point, and that's going to be a redo of 3rd down, but they do get 4 more yards added. Instead of 3rd and 11, they're at 3rd and 7, and he is stopped. I don't know why they're running the ball, but 4th and 7. I don't know what is going on with Marshall, but they are struggling since that turnover. And here it is, Cristobal Denham with 4 yards, and that's going to end the 3rd quarter. It is an 18-point game. Will South Alabama build on that, or will Marshall have a miraculous comeback? Let's see. And here it is, Samuel Mateo and his high-powered offense, 38 points. I mean, they've been scoring tons of points. And here's Samuel Mateo connecting with Jeremy Jones. He is lighting them up today, 23 yards, 18 first downs. They've always been high in that category throughout the season. And here is Denham, and he's getting great blocking. He's still running. Picks up 10 yards. Caught from behind. 2nd and inches. He's going to hand it off to Denham, and he picks up the 1st down. Droops a few times. Cuts that way. Cuts this way. He's a good running back to have. On the play action, and he gets hit hard for a sack. Samuel Mateo, 7-yard loss there. 2nd and 17. They can't lose focus, and he's brought down for another sack. 3rd and 22. Let's see what Samuel Mateo and this offense do here. Let's see what they have in mind. Pressure is coming. Throws it deep down the field to Jeremy Jones, and he falls into the end zone. 41-yard touchdown. Samuel Mateo, 3 touchdowns in this game. And they make this a 25-point game. They are just lighting up Marshall at this point. Marshall has a huge deficit that I don't think they can come back from. Let's see what they do here. Maybe they'll pass. Well, he's picked off and brought down around the 32-yard line. Marshall cannot believe what is happening right now. The crowd is definitely getting to him. Here's Samuel Mateo connecting with Glover for the 1st down. They can't stop Samuel Mateo and this offense. They're struggling. Samuel Mateo trying to milk the clock. He keeps it. 198 yards rushing. Marshall has no answer. Play clock winding down. 2nd and inches, and he hands it off to Denham. Tackled from behind. 3-yard rush. Approaching 4 minutes. South Alabama showing some mercy, just trying to end the game at this point, and he hands it off to Denham again, who runs it in for another South Alabama touchdown. 9 yards, and the Jaguars score 50 touchdowns for the season, and our Cristobal Denham gets it done. What a season it has been, and what a game it has been today. They're making a statement. 479 total yards, 61 plays, 21 first downs, 3 times more than Marshall. Let's see if this defense can hold them to 20. They usually give up a touchdown or two at the end of games, allowing the opponent to show they scored more. It's a little misleading, but let's see if the Jaguars defense can do something about it. And throws this one away. Cato only has 94 yards passing. And he's going to hand it off to running back on the delay. Remy Watson, who had that big kick return. And Marshall also had the fumble recovered for a touchdown. So the defense really only has given up 7 points. I'm not giving them enough credit. Here they are, Marshall, 1st and 10 into Jaguars territory. Cato throws it deep down the field, and he just throws this one away. One interception, only 94 yards still. And here they are on the screen pass. Running back is running with it, and he is caught. No gain, 3rd and 10. Jaguars are making it very difficult for the herd to get anything going. Let's see if they can stop him on this 3rd down, and they have a flag, and that's on Kelly.
Personal foul. Face mask.
That was not necessary. They could have brought him down, but he just reacted in the moment. And that gives them a fresh set of downs, and they are into the red zone. Marshall just trying to do anything here. They want to just put up some points. Cato connects with his receiver. He picks up 9 yards. Allen with 9 yards. 2 minutes and 36 seconds left to go. 2nd and 1. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 1. They're just going to try to run it to get the 1st down. And he keeps it for himself. And there is another flag. What is South Alabama doing? This has been the theme of this season for defense. At the end, they just make these mistakes, giving up touchdowns and flags. I mean, they're winning big, but the defense has got to get it together. They got to stay consistent throughout the game like they did last year. I keep comparing them to last year, but the defense has got to step it up. And he runs into a few defenders there. 1st and goal. And here we are at 2 minutes. Let's see if the herd can score. Cato is going to keep it for himself, and he gets the touchdown. It doesn't matter, but they get the touchdown. South Alabama couldn't keep them out of the end zone. 52-26. 27 points for Marshall. And there's Denham. Tackled for loss. 2nd and 12. They're just trying to milk the clock at this point. Just end the game. For sure, they don't want to score. There is some tension between Sherrer, and look at that. Denham getting 16 yards, showing off his moves. And I was saying there is some tension between Noah Walker and Kevin Sherrer, the head coach, on methodology, but that is a conversation for another day. The Jaguars win it big, 52-27. 320 yards for Samuel Mateo, accounted for 4 touchdowns. He did have 2 turnovers, though. And Samuel Mateo is the player of the game. 4 total touchdowns for him today. And the Jaguars take down another quality opponent 2 games in a row. They are red hot. They torch Marshall. And here they are. They outdo Marshall in every facet of the game, like they did against Arkansas State. But they're struggling with the turnovers. Here are the players of the game. Samuel Mateo, 60% completion. He did bring that number up from the 50. Kendall Houston, 118 yards. No touchdowns, unfortunately, for him. And Denham got 2. And Jeremy Jones was unstoppable today. 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 26. And coming up next week, the Jaguars take on number 3 ranked ULL. The biggest game of the season. The Sun Belt title is on the line.